Hey, what's up? Esther Challenge, Day 8, Chapter 8. Let's go. So now that Haman's there, there's only one question that needs to be answered. What are we gonna do with all this stuff? Because he really can't use it, because he's up on a pole. Dead. So the king does the wise thing and, gives all Haman's stuff to Mordecai. Pretty smart idea if you ask me. And also gives him this awesome signet ring and, basically ups Mordecai to like super awesome boss status. So that's pretty cool, Yeah. But still really haven't dealt with the whole Jews dying in a couple months thing, so we should probably deal with that because it's a big deal. I'm gonna deal with that. So Esther goes up to the king one more time and says, I really can't bear to see my people die, and can we do something about that? It would make me really happy if we could just take whatever Haman wrote and kind of take it back, reverse it, and just forget that that whole thing ever happened, because it was just like a bad moment in time, and then you just forget about that. If that's cool with you, king. So the king says, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Just listen up. I gave you the signet ring. So basically, Mordecai, you can write whatever you want. And I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna take it back. Whatever laws you write. It's cool, man. Trust you, because Mordecai, you're an awesome dude. Okay. So I don't know why I threw on a New York accent, but whatever. So basically, Mordecai, gets to writing, man, and writes down a couple laws and sends it throughout the towns. And the law basically says that on the day of, when the Jews are going to be killed, the Jews are allowed to defend themselves from anyone that tries to attack, them or their property. So, the Jews can basically defend themselves, because before, it was basically, if they ran, they were going to die, and if they stood there, they were going to die. There's basically nothing they could do, but so now they can defend themselves, so it's a plus. Alright, so now that news has gone out, now that law is decreed, the town is happy, everyone's rejoicing, and Mordecai has this blue and white robe, and now he's like boss man status, like he rolling big. What's up, Mordecai? Can't mess with this. And that's how the chapter ends. That's the end of chapter 8. And I just really like how Mordecai, through the grace of God, went to like rags to riches. And he's tearing his clothes. He had a sack on, and now he's got this blue and white robe. He's got this signet ring, and he can write whatever he wants and sign it in the king's name, and like the king won't do anything about it. Like how awesome is that? That you just in less than 24 hours you just get that status, just because of God. It's because of God. And I think that's pretty awesome. It's a good chapter. There's a verse that comes to mind. It says, throw off your filthy rag and put on this cloak of righteousness. And God has cloaks for each and every one of us, and people who are downtrodden, and people who don't think much of themselves, like just throw off those filthy rags that you've been walking with your whole life, and put on the awesome cloak that God has for you. This cloak of righteousness, this cloak of just this high status, and like you have self-worth in His eyes. So stop thinking that you're doomed to be destroyed, and let God raise you up to where He wants you to be, and to the status that you're supposed to be at. So yeah, That's what came to mind when I was reading this. I'd like to know what came to mind when you were reading chapter 8. Thank you so much for reading through chapter 8 and reading through, the rest of Esther, and just starting this Bible study with me. It's been pretty cool. Thank you. Yeah, we still got 2 more chapters to go. There's a lot more that needs to happen because the day hasn't come yet. The day of the Jews being killed hasn't come. So we're gonna see what happens. So let's just read on, and don't forget to go on Twitter. To go to Esther Challenge. If you haven't read the book, just go read it. It's a really short book. The chapters are really short. It's a wonderful book. There's a lot to learn from it. So just go read it, man. And see you in chapter 9.